Selling industrial and commercial properties can be a complex and difficult task. The agent must consider the features of each particular premises and the potential for change in construction and use. This slide pack is designed to represent a field trip, firstly to an industrial village and secondly to a shopping and apartment complex. Hendon Industrial Park started out as an ostrich farm in the 1890s. In the 1940s, it was used for the war effort. Then, Philips Industries used it to produce electronic and electrical goods. And the present owner is converting the many factory buildings into a modern industrial village. The main feature of the first building we're studying is its size. It is at present being used for warehousing. Its cubic capacity allows ample room for the vertical storage of goods, for the use of modern lifting devices, such as forklifts, and for wide traffic corridors. Although the building is particularly suitable for warehousing, its size makes it adaptable. Another possibility would be as an indoor tennis court or sports arena. However, such a plan would involve expensive reconstruction. Firstly, the area is dotted with load-bearing steel columns, and secondly, the roof is too low. It would have to be raised at least 25 feet to make it suitable for indoor tennis. On the other hand, should the building be used for a purpose involving large numbers of people, there's an asphalted area adjacent to it, which would make an ideal car park. An administration block was housed on the small mezzanine floor. The partitions are still sound and suitable for use by management and clerical staff. Questions to be asked are, can the partitions be readily removed? And do they represent more than 20% of the total building area? This is considered the maximum limit for warehousing purposes. If the building were converted to a sports centre, the office block, together with the existing staff toilets, could be converted into an upstairs cafeteria, offering a view of the activity area below. Another advantage of the building is its sawtooth roof, affording it excellent natural lighting and thus considerable savings on power. In summary, the size of the building and its sale price would limit the number of potential customers. However, its size, internal structure and natural advantages do make it adaptable. The second building we're studying is divided into two sections. The first section was constructed by Philips for a specialised purpose. Although spacious, it has a large number of steel columns, which limit its use to light manufacture or assembly. The low roof and limited under-truss space also restrict the building to light industry. An example of the kind of use the building could be put to is the manufacture of copper wire. For a light industrial use like this, the columns are not a hindrance. In fact, they can be used to carry the wiring for the various machines. And there's no real need for under-truss height. Returning to the building in question, it will be noticed that the floors are made of jarrah, dating from the days when the area housed an armaments factory. These would not support forklifts, trucks, or heavy machinery. But if the area were used for light industrial purposes, they would be more comfortable for employees to stand on than concrete. It should be noted that where chemicals are being used, employees must have access to showers in case of accidents. This section of the building's been equipped with air conditioning. As mentioned earlier, the building is divided into two sections. While the first section suffers the disadvantage of closely spaced columns, the second section is column-free. The under-truss height is also much greater in this section. Unlike the previous section, therefore, this area would be suitable for warehousing or other manufacturing processes. This section is equipped with an overhead crane, which adds to its value. Moving outside, we can see that trees and shrubs have been planted to improve the appearance of the site as a whole. At night, the area is well lit. A full-time caretaker is employed to tend the garden areas and maintain roads and facilities. A suggested use for one of the large areas of lawn is as a privately owned commercial swimming centre. The adjacent building could then be converted into a cafeteria refreshment area for the pool users. It already has large plate glass windows overlooking the possible pool site. Apart from this use, the building is once again limited to light industrial purposes, or perhaps as a showroom, because of its low, sloping roofline. There's no air conditioning. At present, the building is used for furniture upholstering and assembly, a light manufacturing process to which it's well suited. An advantage of the building is that the toilet facilities are centrally located. This means that the building could readily accommodate 2 tenants. One section of the building functions very adequately as a showroom for the furniture company's products. On the other side of the grassed area is a large administrative building. The building is presented in excellent condition. It could be leased to one tenant or subdivided for use by a number of tenants. The office area is divided into administration sections by floor-to-ceiling timber and glass partitions. Adequate lighting has been installed, the ceilings been lowered to reduce air conditioning costs, and acoustic tiles have been fitted to reduce noise. The rooms are carpeted and fitted with phones. The building is equipped with a large PBX system and also has canteen facilities. The industrial complex as a whole has other unique facilities which may represent key selling points. For instance, the site is supplied with 3 special industrial gases. Large air conditioning units service many buildings. Electricity transformers capable of providing sufficient power for manufacturing purposes are already installed. A water cooling tower is available. Adequate safety measures are compulsory for industrial and commercial buildings. The complex is equipped with an extensive underground fire hydrant system. Fire escapes should be provided every 18 metres, and all buildings should have a sprinkler system. Security is provided by special fencing erected around the perimeter of the site, and by a security service which patrols the buildings. Siting is of key importance for industrial premises. This complex is located 4.5 kilometres from the port, 12 kilometres from the city, and 10.5 kilometres from the airport. It's situated on a main road and has its own private link to the state rail system. Although this has not been used for some years and has fallen into disrepair. The link is still there, should it ever be needed.